Hey guys, it's Justin here with Tech Busters. Today's video is going to be a little different from our previous videos. We're going to talk about a passion of mine, that passion of gaming. We're going to steer away from the tech reviews and tech how-tos for a second. The E3 conference just wrapped up, and I want to review some of the top 10 items that I thought were awesome out of the conference. Hey guys, like I just said, we're going to do a little bit different type of video today. Today I want to talk about more but less a passion of mine, a passion I've had since I was a little kid, and that passion is playing video games and being in the gaming community. So the E3 2016 conference just wrapped up, and we've seen all kinds of crazy, exciting things, ranging from new versions of hardware to new games to exciting new IPs that studios are working on. And I wanted to take some time to talk about some of my top related items of the conference. I'm only going to talk about 10, even though I can talk about this for hours and hours and hours. I'm only going to talk about 10. So the first thing I would like to talk about is a game called Mafia 3. Mafia 3 is obviously the third title in the Mafia series. 2K Studios has been working very hard on a open world Mafia type game. And Mafia 3 looks really, really amazing. And first time studio Hangar 13, they're looking to have a wonderful game set in a New Orleans type environment with a really, really, really awesome soundtrack from music from the late 60s. And I can't wait to get my hands on this title in October this year. And like I said, it's going to be very, very awesome. I really encourage each of you guys to go out there and check out the trailer, which we'll have playing during this video as we're talking about some of these things. Number 2 I want to talk about are some hardware and exciting things coming out of Microsoft. First of all, you got the Xbox One Slim, which is a slimmer version of the Xbox, supposed to be like 40% smaller than the Xbox One. So that's pretty neat, and it's going to be white, and it's going to look a lot cooler. It's got an integrated power supply and some other cool stuff. So that looks really cool. I also want to talk about Xbox Design Lab. I've went out to the website, started making some controllers myself. That's very cool, very customizable. You can even put your name on the thing. It's awesome. But the big news came out with Project Scorpio. Project Scorpio is essentially a more beefed up Xbox One. Says it's going to have 8 cores, 320 gigabits per second memory capabilities, 6 teraflops of GPU power, which is insane. That's pretty high for a console. And this thing also supports 4K gameplay and VR. So one thing to note that Sony did not bring Project Neo, the PlayStation 4.5, to the conference, so it was very exciting to see Microsoft's take on the updated hardware. And like I said, I think these guys are moving. Phil Spencer's got Microsoft moving in a great direction. They're stepping up, and they're in a lot better place, I think, than they were when they announced the Xbox One with all the controversy around the games and titles and stuff like that. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff. Next on my list is God of War. I've been a fan of the God of War series for a while. Kratos he's a good character. He's not one of the best characters for Sony, but one thing I do like is the direction they're taking this. They're taking to a Norse Viking type Kratos. It looks really awesome, and the combat in the video looks just like the combat that God of Wars were known for. And I can't wait to get my hands on this. I don't think there's a release date for this, but you could probably find it in 2017. Next up on the list is Gears of War 4. It's the Coalition's first time with a new title in the Gears of War franchise, although they did a fantastic job with the Gears of War Ultimate Edition reboot they released last year for Xbox One. I don't think they're going to let us down, especially if you like cover-based shooters and you like shooters in general, gore and all the craziness. So look for that. I think that comes out this fall in October. So be sure to check that out. Next on the list is a title that I've got a lot of hope for, and it's called Sea of Thieves. It's developed by Rare. It's been a long time since Rare's developed a real good first party type game that they're kind of known for with Nintendo back in the day. I know they've stepped up and they worked with Microsoft on a lot of the Kinect type games. Those to me, they sucked basically. I didn't like them too much. But in this game, you play it's like a first-person type game. You play as a pirate. It's a co-op type world. You'll be out there playing with your friends. You play against your friends, It looks really, really fun. Check out the trailer. I'll have it posted somewhere up on the video here as we're talking. Like I said, every item we're talking about, the video is going to be playing somewhere. So as soon as you see it pop up, that's what you need to look for. There's no release date yet for the game, but I just can't. It's definitely on my list to definitely check out. Next up is The Last Guardian. So this game's been in development for like 10 years. It's been crazy. Um, we also got a release date this year, and it's supposed to be October 25th, 2016, 2 days before my birthday. So I'm pretty excited about that. Um, I'm honestly surprised that we got a date. Um, like I said, we last couple conferences we've been teased The Last Guardian, never got any dates or anything like that. Um, I'm a little bit reserved about the title. I'm always kind of reserved about titles that take a long time in the development cycle. This one's taken literally 10 years. I think they started development like 2007 or something like that. So almost 10 years. But I was a huge fan of Eco and Shadow of the Colossus, so I'll definitely be keeping this on my radar as well and checking it out as soon as it comes out. Next up is Spider-Man PlayStation 4 exclusive. So this is something that I'm pretty excited about. As you can tell, I've got the well, my fingers can work right. The Spider-Man poster right there. Um, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. There hasn't been a good Spider-Man game since probably Spider-Man 2. That was an open world game. You can go anywhere you want in New York City. Hopefully, they take a page out of that game and we have an open world game with new gameplay, better graphics, awesome enemies. I'm keeping an eye on this one, and plus he's my favorite superhero, so I'll definitely be checking that out. Next up, I've got Resident Evil 7. So this is supposed to be more or less a reboot for Resident Evil. They're trying to steer away from, well, hopefully we steer away from the shooter style action-paced games that we've seen recently in the Resident Evil lineup. Those were fun, but they just weren't true Resident Evil games for me. I'm definitely not a fan of those. The trailer didn't show too much gameplay, but it's definitely got me very excited about the game. Number 9 on the list is Days Gone. So this is a game that it's had a different title, and then they changed the title, and it's developed by the guys at Ben Studios for Sony. And it's been a while since we've seen those guys work on anything. I think the last project they were working on, they worked with Naughty Dog on Uncharted Golden Abyss for the Vita. Uh, this game looks really, really cool. It looks gritty, and the zombies look awesome in this game. I definitely can see like a little take of The Last of Us in the game. It definitely kind of looks like that, and it kind of has that feeling. But that's okay because Last of Us was an awesome game. I loved it, and like I said, these guys worked with Naughty Dog before, so they probably took a few notes. And last on my list, I've got Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Um, when we finally get a good trailer for the game, still no release date. They are still saying it's supposed to release on the Wii U and NX. We'll see about that. I'm not sure if they're going to skip it, but they did release Twilight Princess for the GameCube and the Wii, um, so hopefully they'll do both. I'm not sure. Other than this portion of the Nintendo conference, it was pretty boring to me. I didn't watch a lot of it. I just kind of steered away from it. They didn't really bring their game. And I think they even came out prior to the conference that they're really not going to bring a lot of stuff. They're going to wait for their own conference here in a couple months. So hopefully with this game they can and when we start seeing stuff about the NX, hopefully they can turn around. They've had a pretty bad console cycle here. The Wii they got really lucky with, something new, and then they tried to replicate that with the Wii U, and it didn't really work out too well for them. Like I said, there's a lot of things. I can go on and talk for hours and hours and hours about these games. Like I said, it's a huge passion of mine. I play video games all the time. Right now, I'm in the middle of Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I just really love the games. I like being in the worlds and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, there's so much I can list. We've got ReCore out there, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Kojima's new game, which looks pretty cool, although it's kind of, to be honest with you, it looks a little weird. Battlefield 1, Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I said, too much to talk about in this short video. This video is going on 10 minutes now, so I definitely want to keep it short. So, guys, those are the top 10 highlights, in my opinion, about the E3 conference. I can't wait to see some of this stuff. I hope you guys are excited about some of it, and hopefully I get you guys excited about some of the games too that maybe you weren't too excited about earlier either. Until next time, hopefully we'll get back. I think I'm going to start introducing a little bit of gameplay type games or videos on our channel here, along with the tech how-tos and tech reviews and all that good stuff. So until next time, I'll see you.